What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. There's a lot of things going on in the Pokemon hobby right now that I'm going to get to in the next couple of days, so we're going to get to those. But today we're going to talk about something very important, very important that a lot of people have been talking about, and it's kind of crazy what's going on here, honestly, since I didn't really see it because I was out of town, like the numbers and everything was really going on, but it's kind of crazy actually what's going on, but it kind of makes sense. So what today we're going to be talking about is 151. 151 is insane. First off, I want to say 151 has been my best investment ever. Japanese and English, like, it's crazy how good it's done for me. So I do have a little bias on 151 because it's done really, really good for me. But we're going to be talking about the prices today and why they kind of make sense. There's one big reason why 151 is going crazy right now, and it kind of makes sense. It really does. Seeing the numbers and how they were doing like the last couple of like month or something like that, while the reprints or like whatever you want to call reprints, I don't know, whatever's coming out onto these big box stores and stuff like that, there's a lot of different things that can kind of point you in the direction that, hey, 151 is going to go insane whenever these stop selling out. So it kind of makes sense. Like I said, we're going to look at the numbers here in a little bit and actually go through all the cards and a lot of the cards on 151 and seeing how they're doing, and the products too. It's kind of crazy to me seeing it. I have a lot of 151, I have a lot of booster bundles, and I have a lot of UPCs. I'm glad I got the UPCs because the UPCs are crazy to me. I never knew the UPCs could go up this much, but they've done really, really good. They're almost like $200 right now that I've seen. Like, that's crazy to me. I almost have like, I think like 12 or 13 of them. I wish I would have bought more, but I got those for like 80, 90 bucks. So it's kind of crazy to see those kind of things. Like, that's how you know whenever you get into this hobby that Pokemon investing is kind of nice and kind of, it just takes a little bit of time. But once you start seeing those gains like that, like, it's kind of crazy. But off topic. So we're gonna be talking about 151. So the main reason 151 is kind of going crazy right now, and it makes sense, is look, okay, every single product that goes onto a big box store, Pokemon Center, Walmart, anywhere, they get sold out within a day or two of them coming out. The biggest, I think, time that I've seen them actually lasting was actually when they were the mini tins on the Pokemon Center. That's the only time that I've seen stuff really kind of last. I think it lasted maybe like 4 or 5 days, but it started selling out every other day. Like, every day it started, 110 got sold out. Like, I think the Dragonite 10 or the Meowth 10 sold out, and then the other ones kind of started trickling down. So you couldn't get a lot of those 10s from a certain period of time. You couldn't get them all, like a whole set of them. You could only get certain ones. So it's kind of crazy, but it is an official Pokemon Center, so you know they kind of got a little more restock. But on these Walmarts, Targets, everywhere you're seeing 151 come out, it's selling out like crazy and within like a day or two, which is kind of crazy. And seeing how many people are buying these, because like 1,000, you're seeing numbers, especially like on the Walmart website when they're booster bundles, you can see they're selling 1,000 of these like the day before in that day. Like, it's kind of crazy. So 151 is just getting bought up so much, so it kind of, the numbers make sense to why they're kind of going up, because there's not that much product out there. There really is not that much product for 151. And every product that does come out there, it's just getting bought up and not lasting on the market at all. So the big thing that's going to make a big change, I think, in 151, and it kind of makes sense to me, is if they do, Pokemon actually does like another reprint, like a big decent size reprint of this set. Like, I don't think they, like, I think they might will, just because depending how far up the price is going. Like, booster bundles are starting to be like $55. Like, it's kind of crazy. UPCs are going for 200. I don't think they're going to make a reprint of the UPCs. You know, it makes sense how it is. But yeah, 151 is going crazy right now. If you're having it, just hold it. If you find anything for retail, buy it. At least if it's a decent price. Like me, I found like a Zapdos EX collection box, like I think the other day at Walmart, but it was like 30 bucks. And like, I looked on like TCG Player and they're going for like 36, 37. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. But I found mini tins, and I bought those mini tins. But I found that was like a week or two before that. I'm gonna go look at the numbers here in a second. The only thing that's gonna bring 151 down, I feel like right now, is a reprint, because there's just so little product out there and so much demand for this set that it's not gonna last. You see what I'm saying? Like, every single time it gets put out there, or people know that 151 is on a certain website, it gets sold out insanely fast. So it's like a interesting thing actually seeing how this goes in real time. Like, this is my first time that I've seen this, so it makes sense. It honestly does, because it says getting bought up so fast, so the prices just can't keep, you know what I mean? Like, the prices aren't gonna come down. They might come down for a little bit of a second. Like, people are like, oh, they keep coming out of Walmart with this and the other, but y'all don't know how long they last and how much fast these things sell out. So we're gonna look at numbers right now and see it and actually show y'all the numbers, because I know that everybody's heard about it, but if you haven't seen the numbers, it's kind of crazy, honestly. Okay, so now we're actually gonna look at the numbers and see what the prices of these products are, because a lot of these products are kind of going crazy right now. Like, the prices, and it's because the cards are starting to go crazy. Like, the prices of 151 products were already kind of going nuts, but now it's because the cards have kind of catched up. So it's, the products actually kind of got a little boost from that too. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but Look at these products, kind of insane. A case of 151 booster bonus. I actually have one of these. I got a seal case on Card Party for like $300, which is kind of crazy. I got so lucky during that. I literally bought it right before the hype. But look what these things are going for right now. It's crazy. It's insane what these things are going for. Like, I don't even know. Like, look, all of this literally just shot up. It was at $400. It was staying around $400 for a while, but look at it now. Selling for like $530. 8 of them sold too. So, you know, people are still buying these too. So it's kind of crazy. Which people are going to buy these because of the hype, and they're just going to buy into the hype, which I would really watch out for y'all. I mean, it's really up to your debate if you want to do that or not. Me personally, I'm only trying to buy at retail. I would never buy nothing off the secondary market, really, especially these prices, because these prices are kind of crazy. Like, look at the 151 booster bonus. The booster bonus are insane how these things have gone. Like, right around here, well, they've been around $40 the whole entire time, honestly. But for a while, they stayed, I think, about 5 or 6 months, 7 months. But look, recently, last 2 or 3 weeks, they shot up to $53, and 36 of these things have been sold. But the crazy thing is, look, whenever they hit up, the amount of these products that have been sold is crazy to me, honestly. Like, look at this. Like, you see 300, 300, 300, 300, 400, 400, 400, 463. Then right now we're at 56. So you see, when the prices are starting to go up, people are kind of not really starting to buy that much more of it. You know what I mean? People are kind of stocking up, which is kind of really interesting how these products are moving, because so many people are stocking up on these things. The regular ETB, the regular Scarlet and Violet ETB 151 is at freaking, what is it at now? $95. 51 of them sold. But you see, like, I'll have the other ones where too, they have these big old 2 spikes where it's 76 and 75 of them. So I don't know if somebody's like, hey, this hype's gonna go keep going. So we'll see what happens. The main thing with this set, it needs a reprint. It needs a reprint, or else it's still gonna go crazy. I feel like it's kind of insane. Like, it's not gonna slow down. Now we're gonna look at some of these cards. First thing we're gonna go first is a Blastoise. I feel like the Blastoise is kind of slept on, honestly, a little bit, but that's just me. Like, I love the artwork of them. I love all the artwork of all 3 of these cards, in my opinion. I really feel like the Blastoise is really slept on, in my opinion. So we'll see. But look, we're gonna see the price of it right now. Right now it says market lightly played. So that's the one thing too you gotta watch out for when you go in here. I've made a whole video about this, is you gotta make sure you are going to where it is near mint. That's where you get the real data of these cards. Dang, see, look what they've been selling for, $80. This is just raw. We're gonna look at PSA 10s as well, but look, 80, 79, 79, 79. So it's sticking around that price point, but look, it shot up. The card was around $50, which I feel like was a really good price to buy it at, me personally. I mean, I wasn't picking it up. I don't really buy any single cards, but it shot up to $72, $78. But look, this is the same thing with all these products, which is kind of weird. Right when the hype kind of started and people kind of seen that trend going up, people buy an extreme amount of, like, every single product. It seems like, look, 79 bought at $63, and now they're sitting 42 bought at $78. Kind of interesting. Venusaur is the second most expensive, which is kind of crazy because this one is sitting at the price of the Charizard was like a few months ago, like a month ago, or maybe a few weeks ago at this point, honestly. So it's kind of crazy. This one, oh, never mind. I guess it's sold for the same price too. Yeah, it's about selling for $70 too. I thought it was, why does this one say, okay, see, this is weird. But see, that's why you always gotta look at the data, you see what I'm saying? Look, $74 to $74, but it was sitting the same thing with the Blastoise, sitting around $50, and it shot up to $74. A bunch of people bought it. But the number one card, everybody's been talking about this set, is this Charizard, which is insane. The numbers of this card is doing insane. This card is going nuts. Like, literally, you see this big old spike right here? It's crazy. All right, look, 197, 192, 200, 249, 195 down there. This is crazy, the way amount of cards. But look, it's the same thing with every single other product we've seen. 68 sold, 63 sold. But, ooh, you see this little dip right here? There's a little dip coming down, so it might be slowing down. Hopefully, I feel like, I don't really like, me personally, whenever these kind of products go up, just shoot up like that. I don't really like it. Like, I like a Twilight Masquerade and a Paldea Evolve scenario where they consistently just go up steadily over time. Because with this being how it is, you know there's going to be a way when it starts coming down. You see what I'm saying? Like, this hype is not going to stay forever. I can tell you that right now. Like, it's won't come out. Like, Surging Sparks, we're going to talk about Surging Sparks too. But now we're going to look at all the PSA 10 cards of 151. And this is crazy to me when I see this, because I've never seen this with any other set. Look at this card right here. You see this Gengar right here? Well, I'm just kind of just showing this because I've seen it. Like, I'm like, what? Oh, I don't know. Okay, look. This is a hollow Gengar, just a regular hollow from 151. Sold for $30. $39, $40. Crazy. But you know, this set, and also look, the promo, literally the promo card from 151. It's not even the Pokemon Center. The Pokemon Center one is insanely priced. The Snorlax one is insanely priced. If you see this one, look at it. $50 is sold for. $50. Now, this is where it really gets interesting. Which is kind of crazy too. If you see this over here, you see for the guy that sold it literally has only sold like a couple cards, so it's kind of interesting too. But this whole call, somebody bought this one bid for $650. So this might be a little bit of manipulation, but when we keep going down, somebody bought this $650 for the Charizard EX PSA 10. It's insane, crazy numbers here. But Bulbasaur $208. That's kind of crazy. Charizard $675. Insane. These prices are crazy the way he's doing it. The Charmander is probably was less than 160, probably best offer. But the EX version, regular EX, is going for $100. Sold for $100. Another one, Charizard EX, spot for $670, $689, $648. Crazy how many of these are getting sold and how many people are buying these. Like, it's insane. But we're gonna look at this now. So, what is really interesting to me is because we are having a battle right now between the Charizard and the Greninja. So you see, look, the Charizard sold for $650. Around $650 is what it's kind of been selling for, it seems like. But look at it. Greninja is selling for $600, $639, $559, $539, $590. They're all been selling for the same price around there. But when you go to the basic Greninja, it's kind of crazy how this one is selling. This one's selling for way higher than the Charizard. So you see, it's selling for around $292. Let me make sure I'm on near mint. But it's selling for way higher than the Charizard. So like just the base form of it. So which is really interesting. I feel like because the other one, the actual Charizard, the Charizard is kind of harder to grade. Probably why the PSA 10 is probably selling way more. But my final thoughts on this is be careful if y'all are buying these cards right now. The hype is kind of really real with 151. It makes sense. It might be another Evolving Skies. I don't really know. Everybody kind of likes to compare everything to Evolving Skies. You know what I mean? But everybody knows Evolving Skies. That's kind of why, because it just shut up and is going insane. But 151, be very careful with y'all. I would only be buying this if you can buy it for at least retail price. I would not be buying it aftermarket. Some of these prices are kind of insane. Like if you can get a deal on it, wait for the deals to come up, because this might have another reprint, or it might even have a reprint, because the other one, you know what I mean? Like they've already had kind of smaller reprints. People are saying they're not, but I mean, when stores are getting products, when they sold out, they're getting more products after that. It's kind of a reprint to me, but that's just me personally. You can take it how you want to take it, but be careful with y'all. I wouldn't be buying too much stuff aftermarket. That's just me. Buy it at retail if y'all can find it for retail. It's been a little while. I literally made a video like last week when I was on vacation about the poster collection. I should have bought some of those, honestly. I really should have. But be careful. Other thing too is if y'all find it for retail, especially online, I promise you it's gonna go within an instant. It's literally, they didn't last before within a day. Now it's definitely gonna last within a few hours. When people know about it, people are gonna swarm to it. I can promise you that. So keep your eyes open. If you find it for retail, buy it. It's my only suggestion. Besides that, I'd be very careful. Yeah, good luck. Hopefully you get the PSA 10 on the SAR Charizard. I don't have one. Haven't pulled it. Not gonna try to pull it because this set's insane. I'm just gonna leave what I have. Maybe one day I'll make a whole video with everything I have and stuff like that, so kind of show you. But most of what I have is pretty much more of a Japanese side of it. I'm starting to get more 151, and whenever I can find it, I'm buying as much as I can. But we'll see what happens. That's me personally. Buy it for market. That's all I'm saying. Only buy it for market. Don't buy it after market. It's kind of crazy. But let me know what y'all think about this. I know it's kind of in the same market. Next, we're gonna be talking about Surge's Box. See y'all next one. Peace.